Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lisa, and today's video is an interview with my friend, the lovely Molly Adams Hudy. Molly is also an alum of the 2021 Disney College program, and in this video I interview her about all the basic ins and outs of her role in children's activities. So if you have any questions about this role, be sure to stick around till the end of the video, or if you have a specific question in mind, I will be putting our topics with timestamps in the description box below. So without further ado, here is everything you need to know about the Disney College program role, children's activities. Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am joined by...
Hi guys, my name's Molly.
Today we will be talking about the Disney College program role, children's activities. So before we get started, Molly, do you want to talk a little bit about how we met each other? How do I know you?
Yeah, I think I found you on Instagram.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, this girl is so cute. She's doing the college program. Oh, you know what? We were supposed to do the fall 2020 college program together in entertainment. And that's how. But yeah, pretty much through that.
And just so everyone can get to know you a little better, could you tell everyone what your favorite Disney movie is, your favorite Disney park, and your favorite Disney ride?
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's such a hard question. Well, I feel like my favorite Disney park is probably Epcot because it just transports you to so many different places, and I've always loved science and traveling. And favorite Disney movie? Gosh, that's a really hard one. I mean, I love all the Pixar movies. Okay. I just watched Turning Red, and that was so good. That was cute. I really like that movie. I love Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse is my favorite character of all time.
Okay, so as you probably guessed by the title, Molly's Disney College program role was children's activities. Could you tell everybody your location, your dates, those kind of things?
Yes, so my location, I was on the Beam team, and for those of you who don't know what the Beam team is, it is the Polynesian, the Grand Floridian, and the Contemporary Resort. I was at all three of those resorts, and then my start date was June 15th, 2021, and I think I had my traditions like the 21st, something like that. Yeah.
I think both of our programs ended in January, right?
Yes.
Well, how about this? In your own words, could you describe what the role of children's activities is?
Yes. So the role of children's activities, it's a bit of a misnomer because I think a lot of people think it's like you're taking care of kids or like you're babysitting or doing stuff like that, but really it's not, honestly, doing too much of that. I would say a better name for it would be like resort activities, because a lot of the time you're either setting stuff up for the resort activities or you are facilitating them. You're on a microphone, you're doing games, you're doing bingo, you are doing a hula hoop contest, or you're setting up the movie or hosting the movie under the stars or the campfire, or I mean there's special events, and honestly they even encourage you to get in the pool if you want to and go down the water slide, so that's
nice.
A lot of fun. But yeah, there's a lot to the job.
I would say a lot of people probably think that your role is like a really fun role, like children's activities, getting to slide down a pool.
Yes.
And I heard that someone in children's activities like get to watch Descendants movies for their training. Can you describe your training for everybody?
Absolutely. So the training, not gonna lie, it's a little bit stressful. I mean, it's a lot of fun, but it's just like, I think something to know about the role is it is very fast paced. I mean, you are always doing something. So for the training, a big part of training is learning how to be on the microphone at the pool and facilitate different pool games or trivia or bingo, stuff like that. Pool parties, we have pool parties. We have specific themed pool parties we do certain days of the week, so it's very structured, but you also do have a bit of freedom with the specific games you want to do. And you also learn how to set everything up for the movie and for the campfire and all the safety associated with that. And you could also be selling beverages, like at the movie I did that, so I had to do like training for that. Yeah, we also have like community hall training, so that means we do crafts in our community hall, we rent out movies, and yes, when you are doing the movie Under the Stars, or if you're in community hall, you will be watching a movie, and it could be Descendants for sure. So I've definitely watched it multiple times. So.
Again, must be nice. I know you said safety, of course, is a big part of your training.
Yes,
I've heard that CPR training is a part of it specifically.
Yes. So for children activities, you do have to take a pro rescue class, and so it's a part of your training. You go and someone trains you for CPR and I think first aid too. That is part of your training, and you do have monthly recurring kind of checkups, like little trainings, like an hour long, where you practice your skills.
So on a day-to-day basis, it's a typical Monday. You just woke up, it's time to get ready for your children's activity shift. Tell me what that kind of looks like for you.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I kind of overdid it, so don't do what I did, but like typical day, my shift would start at either usually 2 p.m. so it would be like 2 to 10:30 p.m. or 12 to 8:30.
Okay.
Sometimes it would vary a little bit, but usually around that range. For me, most of the time, I would wake up around maybe 7:30, 8.
Okay.
Get out the door, go for a run, work out. I was training for some races while I was in the college program. I actually ran, I ran like the Casper 5K. I got second place.
I think, is that where we met?
Yes, that's where we first met.
Yeah.
And we both ran the Disney Marathon.
That we
did the Disney Marathon. So I was running a ton, working out a ton. And then I would like get back from that, eat as fast as I could, and maybe bring lunch, maybe not. I'd usually buy stuff and shower. I would shower and, you know, do my hair, do my makeup. But yeah, it was pretty rushed for sure. Sometimes I'd try and squeeze in like brunch with friends, or like maybe going to a park, but not too often because I'm kind of crunched for time.
Okay, so you arrive at your resort, and what is like as soon as you start your work day look like?
Okay, yes. I usually leave my place about an hour before. I lived about like 15-20 minutes from the property. But yeah, I would get there, you know, walk from my car, clock in, and we might start out with like a breakout. So we would have a little group meeting with everyone in children activities, our coordinator, sometimes our manager, and we just talk about some things. We'd have like a little question of the day. So that was kind of fun. Sometimes we would also just go straight to setting up our party carts at the pools. And the party cart it has the speakers for the music at the pool, and also you were supposed to bring out all the equipment and games for the pool games or the pool party that you were doing. Or you also might be just doing random tasks like bagging marshmallows for the campfire, stuff like that.
Well, speaking of campfire and poolside, my next question for you is, what are the different shifts like?
Yes, there's kind of two different shifts. One is like, it really depends on the resort, because for example, when I was at the Contemporary, certain nights we had Mickey tie-dye. I forgot to talk about Mickey tie-dye. We would have Mickey tie-dye and the movie Under the Stars, and then the other nights we would have the campfire and a painting class. Yeah, see, there's so much. We had a painting class, the top floor of the Contemporary, and you could paint like a castle.
Oh,
there's
all good.
there's just so much to this role, like so much.
Okay, here I have poolside, I have campfire. I know
Yes.
there's movie nights, and you talked about the party cart. What does
Yes.
community hall look like?
Community hall, so that is an entirely separate shift. If you're the community hall shift, you do not do the poolside activities. Every single day you are going to be on the pool deck doing activities. It just depends if that's like, if it's a movie night or campfire night, the timing can differ. But anyways, community hall, completely different shift. You are not doing poolside activities. You are in community hall and you are helping people check out DVDs. You are helping people set up crafts. You are like, it's kind of like merchandise in the sense that you're selling like crafts, or you're selling like different items, or you're the one who's taking payment for like the tie-dye, Mickey tie-dye. That's pretty much it. You're working on certain projects, doing tasks, banding tie-dye shirts, But yeah, you're mostly there to help out the guests and tend to all the community hall goods.
So I am a new applicant to the DCP.
Okay.
What kind of traits do you think I would need in order to be good at children's activities?
Okay, this is a really good question. Okay, so one of the first things I'm going to tell you is if you're not comfortable like speaking in front of a lot of people, like this may not be a good fit for you. Or if you're not comfortable and you want to be comfortable, I guarantee you by the end of your program, you will be comfortable speaking in front of hundreds of people, because that is what you do on a day-to-day basis. You're on a microphone, everyone's looking at you, you're doing activities, you're doing games, you're dealing with tons of people, like when you're doing Mickey tie-dye and all that. So you need to be comfortable public speaking, hands down. Like that's super, super important. You also need to be comfortable working in a fast-paced environment. You're on a schedule. Like if you don't set stuff up, the operation can't run, and that's a problem. So you have to be like really on task. I would recommend like being high energy, because it's just gonna work better, because you, like I said, you are on, like you are with the guest constantly. If you're not with the guest, you're doing physical things, setting stuff up, breaking stuff down. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of fun, but it's definitely not like a role where you're just kind of like sitting around. It's very action oriented.
Makes sense. Yeah. So, like, what kind of things have you heard? I'm sure you've heard things about children's activities.
Yeah.
Like, for example, I thought it was just working with kids. What are the biggest myths that you've heard about your role?
Yeah, I think like people, that's definitely a big one. Like people think that part of our job is childcare. It's not. For most of our activities, the parent has to also be present. We can't have a child come without their parent to campfire. Stuff like that. So it's not childcare. I think the better kind of name for it would be like resort activities. That's probably the biggest. And also too, some people think it's just like that you aren't involved in the setup of any of the activities, and you are. Who sets up all of the activities? So you will be doing that. It is a workout. You'll get a great workout in. So if you're looking to close your rings, this is the job for you.
I'll tell you what, you can weigh in on some of the myths that I've heard. Tell me if they're myths or truths or whatever.
Totally.
So I heard that in your role, you can wear any shoes. They wear Crocs, they wear sandals, anything they want.
Okay, you can't wear any shoes. Like right now I'm wearing my Tevas. You're allowed to wear shoes that coordinate with your costume. So the costume is a yellow shirt and blue shorts. It has like black and red accents. You can wear any of those colors, but you have to wear either white, black, red, yellow, or blue sneakers if you are doing the movie or at campfire. There's that. But you also, if you're wearing, I would recommend like running the shoe by your manager, because like sometimes you might think it's right, but it's just best to check. But yeah, I wouldn't say you can wear any shoes you want. You can't wear flip-flops.
Okay.
And like I said, you have to wear sneakers for the campfire and for setting up movie and for community hall. And the reason for that is all three of those involve wearing khaki shorts. So you will have to change during your shift into khaki shorts, and you can't wear the khaki shorts with sandals. You have to wear them with sneakers. Yes. Sorry, that's kind of a long-winded answer, but like I said, there's a lot of moving pieces.
Well, here, my next one is also about the uniform. So I hear you guys have to wear bathing suits under your uniforms, like at all times, no matter what. Is that true?
You are supposed to. You are supposed to wear a bathing suit under your uniform if you are at the pool. I think, like, sometimes if you're not getting in the water, you might not have to. I'm not entirely sure. It might not be a requirement anymore, because, like, you don't have to get in the water if you don't want to. You are required to have your polo and your shorts over your bathing suit if you do choose to go into the pool, but you can't take those off. for campfire, for movie, you have to change into khaki shorts with a black belt.
Well, it is March, it is springtime, so a lot of people are getting accepted and starting to move into Flamingo Crossing. For the people that haven't moved in yet, what should someone who has children's activities pack for their role?
Oh goodness. Well, definitely get a good pair of sneakers for your job. So I had some chunky white sneakers I wore every single day, and I had my orthotics in them because I'm a runner. Like I said, I gotta protect my feet. I can tell you those shoes are now in the trash because I wore the heck out of them. Like, you would not even believe. I just bought them for my program, and the soles are completely gone. Or, like, it's crazy. So definitely do not skip on shoes. It is worth it. Also, you are not required to have, say, Tevas or Crocs, because the time you can wear those is when you are doing your poolside activities. But I would recommend them because it can be very hot while you are working, and it can look very nice to wade into the water. And it's a bit hard to do that when you're wearing sneakers. So I would recommend getting the sandals. Worthwhile investment. And also, obviously, sunscreen. You definitely need that. I would say too, like, if you're into wearing makeup, get some good setting spray, because I definitely couldn't have made it through without my setting spray. Get some good mascara. I mean, I love makeup. Keep yourself safe, so that would be a good idea. Scrunchies if you have long hair, or hair ties. Definitely recommend that. Sunglasses. You will need sunglasses.
Yeah, for mine, I couldn't really think of anything to pack for mine specifically. Just the shoes was the most important thing for, like, house person. Is that, like, the main thing for children's activities?
Shoes, deodorant. You're gonna sweat. Like, that's just the reality. Perfume, because why not smell even better? Socks, chapstick.
There you go. Well, I'll tell you what kind of things do you wish that you would have known going into your program?
I think not to be so concerned and stressed with getting everything perfect. Like, when I started this role, I am not a nervous person, but I was, like, anxious out of my mind because I was so worried I was gonna mess up. And I just wish that I knew that I didn't have to be that nervous. I didn't have to be that anxious. Like, your coworkers, your trainers, your coordinators, your managers, they want you to succeed. They want you to do well. If you're feeling nervous, talk to someone. Like, you know, check in with people. People, like, your trainers, your coworkers, your coordinators, they know, like, I wouldn't say it's a hard role, but it is a demanding role in the sense that you have to follow a very strict schedule. You're going to be speaking in front of people a lot. Sometimes even for like 1, 2, 3, sometimes 4 hours. So just know it's okay to make mistakes. Obviously, like, don't, you know, do anything crazy, obviously, but, like, it's okay if you have questions. It's okay if you're worried. It's okay if you're feeling nervous. Check in with people you work with. Develop strong relationships. You know, don't think like everyone's out to get you, or, oh, you're failing. And, you know, just have a positive mindset, I guess.
Can I get your favorite and your least favorite memory from children's activities?
Oh my gosh. Okay, favorite memory, that's easy. Well, actually, there's a lot of them. It's a really fun role, but I would say, like, one of my favorites probably had to be New Year's Eve. I was working at the Polynesian, and we had a guest exclusive New Year's Eve party at the Polynesian. We had a DJ, we had all these different events. We had, like, a kids party where we, like, part of my job was to throw glitter beach balls off the top of the slide, like, down into the pool, like, going down, like, the waterfall. That was so much fun. Like, I literally, part of my job was just dancing, doing line dancing at the party, you know, with the DJ and everyone, the guests, and doing the hula hoop contest. I love hula hooping. So that was just really fun. We got to watch the fireworks. I mean, okay, can't beat that. Like, that's pretty cool.
Pretty nice.
My least favorite memory, I think, like, it was probably my own fault when I did have some moments where I kind of broke because I was just not resting enough. Like I said, I was really pushing myself physically. I mean, I would run 10 miles and come into work, and it's an 8.5 hour shift. Like, it's a lot. You're on your feet. Like, so that's probably my least favorite, like, times where I was just, like, so exhausted and trying to hold it all together. So make sure you get rest. Make sure.
Well, this is my last question for you. How has children's activities impacted your life as of right now?
Oh my gosh, in so many ways. I think the first thing that comes to mind is just all of the wonderful people I've met. I mean, I just got together last week with some of my friends I worked with, and you just really have the opportunity to make friendships, develop friendships with the people you work with, and not only just those in children activities, those in the whole department of recreation. So, like, I got to know a lot of the lifeguards. I got to know a lot of, like, you know, even like the pool attendants, the pool monitors, the cruise drivers, like all the different people, and just different people that worked at all the resorts. So that was a lot of fun, and that definitely impacts my life today because, like, I'm friends with all these people, and that's great. I also think it has it's made me very grateful for, like, Disney World, because until you work there, you don't really understand, like, everything that goes on behind the scenes, and how hard that people work, and how the operation runs, like how the magic happens. And, you know, I don't want to give all the secrets away, but it's cool to be a part of that, and it's cool to then experience Disney knowing you've been a part of that, and knowing, like, how special it is and how hard people work to make the magic a reality. And I think it's very special. And I also think the role taught me a lot about time management, and a lot about, like, just being, like, moving forward and being diligent even when I don't feel like it, even when I'm really tired or, like, sad or exhausted. I think that kind of work ethic was definitely something I mean, I've always had a pretty good work ethic, but, like, the job helped for sure. And I don't know, I guess also too, I've learned to rest more because I was going at such a fast pace that now I'm, like, still in rest mode, and it's hard. Here's another huge thing I just thought of that I totally took from this job. I am invincible when it comes to public speaking now. I literally, you could hand me a microphone and be like, hey Molly, can you speak in front of this crowd of 1,000 people? And I would be like, yeah, sure. I wouldn't get nervous. I wouldn't get stage fright. I would not be afraid. Like, that job literally, like, erased any ounce of stage fright or fear of public speaking that I ever could have had. Like, I have no fear of public speaking now at all. Like, because you're doing it in front of people you don't know every single day. So it's like, you just get used to it. That's a huge, huge, huge plus of the job. And something too that, like, it's hard to get, because I don't think a lot of people necessarily speak in front of crowds of hundreds of people, like, every day of their life. And I mean, it wasn't always hundreds of people, I'm exaggerating a bit. But, so the biggest takeaways from this interview, you would like to tell people to be positive, Yeah.
to get their rest.
Yes.
Well, that is all the questions I had for you, Molly. I believe that was all of the nuggets that you had for everyone. Excellent. Well, I'd like to thank you again for coming on my channel to talk about children's activities.
Of course.
Excellent. And if you guys have any other questions, leave them in the comments and I'll pass them on to Molly. Maybe we'll do a part 2 sometime.
Let's do it. Thanks, Lisa. Bye.
Alright everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, if you have any questions about the role or the Disney College program or just anything else you'd like me to ask Molly or answer myself, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. If you know anyone participating in the Disney College program or who has the children's activities role, definitely share this video. I wanted to make sure that this was informative, so I got someone straight from the source who knows exactly what it's like. And speaking of likes, feel free to like this video if you do find it helpful. I want to be able to continue these interviews with all of the Disney College program roles, so again, in the comments, feel free to tell me which video you think I should do next, if you have someone in mind who I should interview, or a specific role that you'd like to see more about. So with all that being said, thanks again so much for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next one. Toodles!